Hello, this is Simon Scriber. Welcome to the 20-day fundraising challenge. So I am sick. Um, I have man flu, so I'm dying and might not make it to the end of the 20-day challenge. But here I am. I'm still here for you. So today I want to talk about fundraising events and community fundraising. And Ireland fundraisers in Ireland, we seem to heavily rely on these events, these annual events, and these one-off events that we organise, even though that they're the most, or um, one of the worst performing fundraising methods. So the cost to fundraise through an event is much more than street fundraising and telephone fundraising and direct mail, and yet we still focus on them because they're pretty and loud and they look nice, but the return on investment is pretty terrible. So if you're organising annual events, or you're organising balls and things like this, you need to probably just stop. But you may not do that. But instead, I think we need to focus on piggybacking on events that are already running, like the mini marathon, Dublin Marathon, and really make the most of those. So the way we're going to make the most of those in our challenge today is we are going to pick up the phone and call one of our fundraisers. So I want you to look at sponsor.ie or whatever online portal you use, MyGiving or whatever. Find someone who's in the process of fundraising for you, who hasn't done their event yet, who hasn't climbed a mountain or whatever, and pick up the phone and call them and check in with them. And there's some really cool stats on the difference that can make. There's a guy in Canada, Mike Johnston, who's a really good speaker, and he published some results about the uplift in how much someone raises if you just make a phone call to them and check in with them. And we can kind of understand that if you think about, like, if you know someone's watching you, you run a bit faster, you try a bit harder, you put a bit more effort in, and as well, if you feel like you're being supported, you work a bit harder. So I mean, these phone calls that you call a fundraiser, it's to give that emotional boost to them, and it's also to give them a nudge to share their page on Facebook, to email all their friends, to fundraise a little bit, and by giving them that nudge, you're going to help them raise more for your charity. So that's what you're doing today. Look up someone who's fundraising for you, pick up the phone and give them a ring, and give them an inspirational kick in the ass. That's it. Talk to you later. Bye bye.